is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
It's time to get real. Get real. Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. It's time to get real. Get real. Better buckle up, get set. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Come on. Whoa.
All right, good evening, New York City, and of course, good morning, Philippines. Isa na namang Get Real episode. We're sorry about last week. We weren't able to broadcast. It's because of the intermittent internet issues here in New York City last week. But apparently, the month of June had kicked in. 2 weeks na palang nakalipas. Napakabilis talaga ng panahon. But of course, I just want to greet the Philippines. Happy Independence Day. And of course, June is the Pride Month. And before I proceed, let me call on my co-host, Shelene.
Hi, Sisi Lalabs! Welcome po sa lahat mga nanonood dyan dito sa Get Real TV from the Philippines, dito sa Chicago, New York, and in Las Vegas. Hello po sa inyo lahat.
Oo nga, ang bilis ng panahon, no?
I know.
Yung unang mulat ng mata ko, June pa lang eh. Ngayon, mid-month na ng June. Pero I'm very happy because June is, a very memorable month. Memorable kasi birthday month ko. And of course,
right.
Philippine Independence Day, Gay Pride, birthday month din ng mga anak ko. How have you been? And kumusta din ang lahat ng mga nandiyan dyan sa Pilipinas at sa Las Vegas at Chicago? How have you been, Charlene?
Okay naman. I mean, been working a lot lately. And ngayon umiinit na dito. It was like 95 degrees kanina or 100 degrees. Kumusta naman dyan? Kumusta ka?
Well, ganun din. It's been a very crazy busy month when we moved back from LA. Non-stop, of course, and we've been very blessed because we've been very busy for the past 2 weeks. Bukod doon, mahirap pala magsimula ng panibagong bahay. Akit pa naog, bili dito, hakot doon, gawa dito, gawa doon. But I owe it I owe it all to H because he's been, very hardworking with everything, pati lahat ng mga gigs namin. So, by the way, before we actually start the program, I just would like to thank a couple of people. Of course, Kabayan, Bistro, and Lounge dito sa Woodside, Queens. We're in H Place every Wednesday night. And then, of course, D Haven, nandito rin sa Queens through the kindness of Tita Metek. And of course, Tito Nel Castelvi, who actually invited H to join Casey Concepcion for her world tour. And of course, yung recently concluded show niya sa Kabayan. And of course, Kabayan Queens. And of course, Faith, Quesada, and Chris Lobaco for the Mark Tupa show. So kasama din, H was part of the opening act for Mark Tupas ng Shamrock. O, diba? Ang ganda-ganda ng month of June. Anyway,
ang ganda ng pasok ng buwan.
Oo, thank God, and if you remember, Sherlene, I think it was last month, if I'm not mistaken, or the month before, we featured or we interviewed, a couple of people with regards to the co-naming of the 71st Street as Little Manila. So, in celebration of the Philippine Independence Day last June 12, officially, ni-reveal na nakapaskil na sa kalsada ng 70th Street and Woodside ang Little Manila. So let's give a sneak preview through the courtesy of one of the community leaders, Mr. Ram Buena. Let's watch this.
It's the 124th anniversary of the Philippine independence. And Filipinos from all over the USA have gathered together here in Woodside, Queens to witness a momentous event. Finally, an avenue co-named as Little Manila Avenue. Halika mga kabayan, panoorin natin ang mga kaganapan dito sa inauguration nito.
At narito na po mga Pinoy kahit umuulan. Ayan.
Happy Philippine Independence Day! Happy Pride! Happy day to everyone today!
Anniversary of the Philippine independence from Spain. But it also marks 2022 as the year our community names this very avenue, Roosevelt Avenue and 70th Street, to be co-named Little Manila Avenue.
So historically, this actually isn't the first time that this area of the Filipino community has tried to be renamed. Hold on, we'll also give a pause during train breaks. Para sa Pilipinas, para sa inang bayan, nandito ang puso natin.
We'd now like to introduce Father Julian Jagadia from OFM.
This event is not only a testimony to the fact that we Filipinos have been in this community for many years, but also the fact that we belong here and we are here to stay. Little Manila is a recognition that we Filipinos have a place to call our own. Here in this place, we gather to share our favorite Filipino foods and delicious cuisines. Here we gather to share our stories, our struggles, and our hope for a better future, not only for us here in New York City or the USA, but also for our families back home. Here we gather to celebrate important events. Here we cried and stood with each other in solidarity. No matter what our differences are, whatever is our politics, religion, or region in the Philippines, we are one. We are Pinays and Pinoys here in Little Manila. Let no one tell us that we can claim a spot as our own or we don't belong. Not even the recent spite and anti-Asian attacks should discourage us. No amount of racism should bring us down. Little Manila is a dream come true that started with the works of many Filipina and Filipino activists past and present who advocated for the protection and betterment of our community. We cannot ignore or forget or exclude the contributions of so many individuals, our kababayans, our community activists. We should never ever forget or exclude the contributions of many Filipinos, activists, and our kababayans. This morning we are gathered to honor and thank countless individuals present here this morning and those not with us but are united with us in solidarity who contributed to achieving this project. So please join me in a prayer. God give us the courage to overcome anything and everything that divides us. The strength to face racism and discrimination. Empower us to live not in fear, but in your hope. And finally, guide us on the path of peace, kapayapaan at kabutihan para sa lahat. In the name of all who love peace, justice, and mercy, we pray, Amen.
Amen.
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Mabuhay!
Then everybody say Little Manila Avenue.
Little Manila Avenue.
they all went to school here too. And I'm also one of the Filipino nurses who work in New York City. Back in the 70s, the highlight of the highlight of all new December.
It's out!
Like somebody else asked me, they were like, "Oh, how does this remind you of home?" And for me, this is home.
That's right.
I grew up here. You know, I moved back here. My kids go to school here. This is part of who I am.
I know you're anticipating this countdown, but this historic event with Roosevelt Avenue being formerly co-named, the impact and the influence of Filipinos here in this neighborhood. Sampo, siyam, wala, pitlo, anim, lima, apat, tatlo, dalawa, isa, zero!
Avenue, isang Little Manila Avenue.
Back in 2021, when we saw that change petition for Little Manila Avenue, let us also continue to take in our hearts to continue different campaigns and serve one another. So beyond today, continue to talk with one another, exchange contacts, and build. And so I want us to really, as all the different speakers have mentioned, continue the spirit of Bayanihan. For those who don't know, Bayanihan is derived from a Filipino word, bayan, which means nation, town, or community. The term Bayanihan itself literally means being in bayan, which refers to the spirit of communal unity, work, and cooperation to achieve a
I am a proud Filipino American born and raised here in Queens, New York. Being a rebel rouser of creating some trouble, we are just trying to create a good, dignified life here. So please, all of us together, coming together, stand with the Filipino community to.
Wala na ibang
Alright. Ayan, di ba? That was a really, really momentous event for the Filipino community here in New York City. Taon din ang ginugol. Remember during the interview, Shelene, napakatagal na paglalaban. Diba? It makes us really so proud na actually yung bahay namin ni H, napakalapit lang towards 70th Street. Nasa 75th. Nice. Sa tuwing makikita ko yun at madadaanan ko yun, it makes me so proud, you know, to be a Filipino. Meron na tayong meron ng sariling avenue ang
I know.
Pinoy. Little Manila Avenue indeed. 'Di ba? Kumusta diyan ang Philippine Independence Day celebration? Meron ba?
Wala akong masyado narinig, but I know that usually sa Chicago areas, maraming mga parades and stuff like that. But I haven't been to any of the events. So, hindi ko talaga alam kung paano nila celebrate.
Ka para makascoop ka na
I know!
ng mga activities dyan. Actually, hindi mo na itatanong, New York City makes one of the biggest, Independence Day parade every year. Talagang pinaghahandaan, pinagkakagastusan ng iba't ibang groups and organizations, from the Ilocano Association, mga Kapampangan, mga Bisaya, from all over. Dumadayo pa rin talaga sila from different parts of the country or the region dito sa East Coast, nagpe-prepare sila sa parade. So it starts and ends from the Philippine Consulate. Doon nagsisimula yung ceremonies. And then, of course, andyan ang lahat ng mga press people, kino-cover yan, and then nagkakaroon ng mga events, activities, hanggang sa gabi. So the co-naming of Little Manila Avenue is part of this year's annual celebration of Philippine Independence Day. So kung mo, Shelene, dun sa speech ng isang host, yun yung in-interview natin remember? Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan niya.
Michael! Yes, Michael.
Si Michael.
His name is Michael.
Right. Yeah. Shinare niya yung spirit of bayanihan. Let us continue as Filipinos dahil sobrang nagiging yung modern na yung generation, nakakalimutan na yung spirit of bayanihan. But here in New York, Filipinos are very active. We always have street markets, street fairs where you can see a lot of Filipino homemade goods, mga produkto, or just actually networking, meeting a lot of people dito sa loob ng New York City. Napakadami. Minsan, hindi mo nakakayanin yung mga events and activities. But I hope those people who are actually watching, makapag-join sa isa sa mga official events or annual events ng Philippine Independence Day. Ang dami nakakatuwa. Tapos, alam mo naman, Pinoy, hindi nawawala ang line dancing, ang karaoke, kantahan, and even in the streets of New York, they do that. Diba?
Back in 2001, when I came here, 2000, naka-attend ako ng event doon kasi my uncle was invited. So, sinama niya ako. And yes, nakita ko yung spirit talaga ng Filipino community wherein, nandun sila lahat, nag-gather, kini-feature ang culture natin, and it's really nice to see that,
Kasi dito sa actually yung whole stretch, i-share ko lang, yung whole stretch ng Woodside, ang daming ang daming iba't ibang ethnicity. So it starts with 72nd Street, nandiyan ang Indian, Pakistan, Bangladesh community. Tapos, when you reach 70th, ang pinaka-landmark kung makikita mo, kung napansin mo sa video, yung Fil-Am. It's a supermarket. That's face-to-face yan, PNB, tas tuloy-tuloy na. It ends with Red Ribbon and Jollibee. So, yun yung Little Manila. Umaabot hanggang doon.
Gusto ko na tuloy pumunta dyan at maglibot dyan sa Little Manila.
You'll find the best Filipino food, mga bars where you can see local talents ng mga Filipino showcasing their amazing talents from singing, dancing, name it. Nandiyan dyan, ballroom dancing, karaoke. And andyan ang ating mga shipping companies na nagpapadala ng mga cargo boxes. Alam mo naman tayo, sobrang addicted sa pagpapadala ng balikbayan box.
Oo.
Kahit na
mahal natin masyado pamilya natin, kaya mahilig tayo magpadala.
Alam naman natin that these things that we find here in the United States, they can also get it in the Philippines, through specialty stores. Pero talagang yung joy and pride natin na na bumubuo tayo ng balikbayan box tapos pinupuno natin. Have you ever done that? Nagawa mo na ba yan?
Of course naman. Oo. Nagpapadala ako ng box dati, 4 boxes at a time. Kasi, di ba, parang nakakatuwa, uy, para kay ate, para kay ganito. Alam mo yun, naalala mo sila.
Diba? Isa yun sa mga napaka na trait ng mga Pinoy, thinking about our families back home, our friends, our neighbors. Tas pag umuwi tayo, yung bagahe natin hindi puno ng mga gamit kundi puno ng pasalubong. So apart from
actually bago nga tayo umuwi, 'di ba? Bago pa tayo umuwi, may mga boxes na tayo napadala para pag
namimili, nauuna na yung bagahe. And nakakatuwa because in certain months of the year, makikita mo na talagang nagtitipon-tipon ang lahat ng mga Pilipino, regardless of kung taga saan sila. Ang lalaki ng mga organizations dito sa United States, nakaka-overwhelm lang na makita na kahit papaano nagkakaisa tayo in certain things, kahit na minsan divided din ang community politically, based on ethnicity, kung taga saan sila, mga iba't ibang organizations. But with events like that, alam mo yon, magkakaisa talaga. So let us always remember, the spirit of bayanihan, ika nga. Wag natin kalimutan ang ating mga roots, no matter how Americanized we get, even if we have our American passports, di ba? Wag natin kalimutan na kung saan tayo nanggaling. Ako natutuwa talaga ako every time na nakikita ko
kasi nakita mo yung all Filipinos unite and yung mga get-together na ganyan, nakikita mo and everyone, hindi naman lahat ng tao magkakakilala, but then when they go to an event, parang ang tagal-tagal na nila you see that. Yung culture talaga natin, nadala pa rin natin dito sa America and it continues.
But din ang kultura ng mga Pilipino. Like, we always find reasons to make ourselves happy in the land of opportunities such as the United States, di ba? Syempre, wag din natin kalimutan dahil dala-dala natin yung pangalan ng pagiging Pilipino is to actually act accordingly na, Pinoy yan, diba? Napakadami naman, napaka-talented ng mga individuals in many aspects of, this industry, sa entertainment, sa food, business, lalong-lalo na yung mga nurses and doctors. Pero one time, nakakatawa, i-share ko lang. So, H and I was with a real estate broker. And nag-viewing kami ng mga apartments dito sa New York. And isa sa mga tanong nung broker is, anong trabaho ninyo? Just to make sure.
Agad-agad, are you a nurse?
Yes. Talagang sabi ko, my husband's a singer and we are a producer. We have a music label and so. I have a restaurant and all. Tapos parang nagtaka siya. Chinese yun sabi sa amin, musician? Singer? Sabi niya, only Filipinos are nurses and teachers. Tapos talagang dalawa kami like, what? Of course not. Alam mo yun?
If I may share also, nakakatuwa kasi yung patient namin and I was putting him in the room doing an assessment. And he asked me, are you Filipino? Sabi niya gano'n. Sabi ko, yes, I am. Sabi ko gano'n. And then, alam mo, sabi niya, kasi yung may nag-alaga sa isa sa kapatid niya and in which Filipina. And he only had said great things about Filipinos and nakaka-proud na ganun ang recognition sa atin that we're very hospitable, we're very nurturing, diba, family-oriented, and we are so dedicated to our job, and there's the compassion to, people. So, nakakalaki ng puso to even ma-recognize ka ng ibang tao na hindi ka naman nagtatanong, and yet, siya talaga yung nagkwento, and it makes me proud.
Oo nga, 'di ba? Well, madami naman talaga, lalong-lalo na in the field of, education, sa medical. Pero, we have a lot of talented individuals or Filipinos naman who are excelling, sa kanilang mga profession and industry. So, yung mga non-Filipinos, parang nagkakaroon na wow, like, really? You are a musician, you are a chef, you are this, you are that. Last one na ngayon, mabanggit ko lang, through the help of a couple of restaurateurs, Filipino food naman is actually on the map, ngayon, dahil all over the world or all over the United States at least, 'di ba? When they say, "Oh, Filipino food," alam mo, nakakatawa. May Jollibee ba diyan?
Meron, nasa Chicago.
Okay, dapat bayaran tayo ng Jollibee dito para sa kwento na to. So, anyway, punta ka sa Jollibee. So, we have currently 2 Jollibees. Isa sa city at isa dito, of course, sa Woodside. Pag pumasok ka, matutuwa ka kasi maraming kumakain ng mga non-Filipinos. Alam mo yun, talagang gustong-gusto nila yung Chicken Joy at saka yung pagkain ng
Oh my God! Nagugulat ako kasi nagpunta rin ako sa Jollibee one time. Ang dami! Pero Americans yata yung nakaupo doon, and they were enjoying yung spaghetti, burger steak, and yung Aloha burger. That's one of the best sellers.
This is the first time na like an Italian lady approached me. This is the first time that I've eaten sweet spaghetti with hot dogs. So, di ba?
Masarapan talaga, di ba?
Oo. Well, ngayon, yung mga big brands ay pumapasok na unti-unti dito sa United States. Of course, we welcome, the presence of Max's Fried Chicken. Meron na rin dito sa Woodside. Dati, pupunta pa kami sa New Jersey just to eat, Max's Chicken. So ngayon, meron na rin dito along Woodside. And of course, the branch of Jollibee is about to open in the city. So, ang ganda. Mo yung mga brands na yun present, of course, all over the United States, marami naman na talaga silang branches. But you'll see our, local businesses. Let us support them too. Yung mga, all the people who are here in the United States, suportahan natin yung mga mga Filipino entrepreneurs who are in business. Dahil mahirap at hindi talaga madali. Especially in the food business, hindi madali. In the United States to maintain your, a restaurant. So sana supportahan natin ang sariling atin, 'di ba?
Tama.
Ayan, supportahan natin
Sisi. Gusto ko lang mag-hello kay Sir Kit, ang aking beautiful cousin na nandiyan dyan ngayon, who's watching, kay JR.
Uy, ba't hindi ko nakikita
Ay, at saka kay Ma'am Lydia, ang iyong biyanan. Ayan, welcome po sa inyo.
Hello,
Ma'am.
Ayan. Matching na tayo. Tingnan mo nga kung merong kung sino ang nandiyan ngayon. Ayan.
Ayan, nakita ko sila. Andiyan din si Mahal ko, syempre.
Okay. Hello sa aking mga in-laws na nandiyan sa Jensen. And of course, hello at sa lahat ng mga nanonood at manonood. Maraming salamat po. And of course, ayan, after natin i-discuss, kasi ang dami talagang ganap dito ngayong di ba? June. Nandiyan of course, magpo-proclaim na ang mga nanalo, during the Philippine Election. And Gay Pride, Independence Day celebration. So we have so many things to celebrate about and so much more. Just hindi na ako maka-keep up sa lahat ng mga kaganapan sa buong Filipino community. But just the same, nakita mo ba yung aking t-shirt? O, diba?
June, rainbow.
June is actually the month of the Gay Pride. So it's a month-long celebration that kicks off the first Sunday of June hanggang sa dulo na yan. Meron bang naka-witness ka na ba ng Gay Pride celebration?
Sa Chicago.
Ayan. So, bigyan lang natin ng background. So, yung LGBTQ, that's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Pride Month is currently celebrated each year, in the month of June to honor the 1969 Stonewall Uprising in Manhattan. The Stonewall Uprising was a tipping point for the gay liberation movement in the United States. In the United States, it's supposed to be the last Sunday in June to actually celebrate the gay pride. But the day was actually flexible, and in major cities across the nation, nagkaroon ng symposium and a lot of meetings and mga for Congress, lobbying for Congress, and then they declared June as the Pride Month. So we celebrated the first Sunday. In 1994, a coalition of educated-based organizations in the United States designated October as LGBT History Month. And in 1995, a resolution passed by the General Assembly of the National Education Association included LGBT History Month with a list of commemorative months. So, March, nagkakaroon ng LGBT March. Ang laki-laki din. Ewan ko, New York City is actually the leader pagdating sa sa Gay Pride Month, 'di ba? Ang dami-dami naman kasi ang dami-dami namang contribution ng LGBT community sa ating buhay. Oo, 'di ba? Initially that it's not acceptable, 'di ba? Hindi pinaglalaban, hindi siya ganoon ka-acceptable sa community or as a religion, in our religion, sa family, 'di ba? Madami ka bang friends na LGBT?
Yes naman. Oo. I have relatives who are LGBT rin.
And how do you ito, family member yan. So how do you perceive them or how do you take them?
Nothing really. I grew up, knowing that she was a lesbian, si Tita Norma, and I've seen her with her partner na, she's lived with until nawala na siya dito. She had cancer and she died, but I've seen it, offhand na nakita ko kung paano siya inalagaan ng partner niya. And, para sa akin kasi, hindi naman sila salot sa lipunan. It's just that, they are lesbian, they're not jeopardizing anything. So, bakit, I saw her as an equal individual, just like me,
Right.
Diba?
At saka ang talented nila. Ako naman, I've always loved the company of yung mga gay friends ko. Alam mo yan, parang sobrang saya nila. And to name a few, 'di ba, sa industry ng entertainment, ang dami-daming mga talented na nasa part ng LGBT.
Oo, sobra.
Let's name Vice Ganda, Jake Cyrus, and so much more. Alam mo yun, napakadami mga notable na personalities. But,
yes.
Ang dami din kasing nagkaroon ng, hate crimes, and a lot of discrimination that, made us lose a lot of people from the LGBT community. So, wag natin discriminate and let us welcome them. At saka, very very liberated and very modern na ang panahon natin ngayon.
Actually, back in the days, remember how parents could not accept that one of their kids is gay or lesbian and they do something, diba? They beat them up, ganyan. Alam mo, I have a friend back in high school and I've seen it myself with my own eyes. Alam mo, nakita ko kung paano siya minahal ng mga kamag-anak niya, paano siya minahal ng nanay at tatay niya. And imagine mo, mahal na mahal siya and now, she's able to help. I say she kasi para sa akin babae siya kasi babae na siyang kumilos back then, so lahat, and she would dress like a woman and people just have the same respect na binibigay nila sa kapwa nila, straight, what I mean?
Yes,
So ang ganda.
I have a question though. If in any case, Shelene, one of your daughter, isa sa mga anak mo, would tell you, I'm gay, how would you react?
I'll be fine with that. I mean, that is, their choice. For as long as they're doing well for themselves, because, in the future, that will be for them, diba? As long as nakikita ko sila that they're striving to be the best version of themselves, I don't
Yes.
really mind, And like I said, I've been surrounded by gays, lesbians who I am related with, and hindi ko nakikita sila as a different person just cause of yung gender preference nila. So, wala
Totoo
akong
yan.
problema talaga. Mm-mm.
Ako din, I think I would be the same. I would be the same. Mahahappy ako, kulutin mo ako, gano'n.
Right? Oo,
From my own family, my sister is, shall I say, lesbian na rin kasi she's in a relationship for the longest time with a lesbian. Di ba gano'n naman yun? Like when you're in a relationship with someone. But, it makes me happy because she is able to be, herself, to express herself and to be more comfortable with, with her gender preference. So, masayang naman ako. Hello, Cici Rona sa mga bagong pasok. Maraming salamat. Let us share the live so that we'd be able to reach a lot more people and share the story nung na finisher natin. Diba?
Ang sabi nga ni Cici Rona dito, they are lovely people just like everyone. Let us respect them as we want ourselves to be respected. Diba?
Yes. And of course, I'd like to say,
I mean, they're individuals. They're human beings. They have feelings. They have emotions. It just so happened that this is what they prefer to be, And wala naman yun. Hindi sila nagiging salot sa lipunan. Hindi sila sakit. Diba? Hindi sila sakit na dapat katakutan or i-hate. Ano ba yun?
Yes. Bottom line is, let us not judge people by their gender preference. Kung ano yung pinili nilang buhay. For as long as they are living a decent and respectable life, even if they don't, maraming mga dahilan why they've been living like that. Instead, let us try to reach out and support and show them love, because admittedly, they are very talented individuals. Ang halos ng mga stand-up comedians natin just sa Pilipinas, they're very talented, as far as singing, hosting, stand-up comedy is concerned. We have a lot of designers, diba?
Right.
Who's known worldwide.
My uncle is a designer, diba?
Yes.
He designs for a lot of celebrities.
Michael Cinco, Rocky Cole, who made, a name for themselves. May his soul rest in peace. Rocky passed away. But sobrang honor, and glory ang dinala niya for the Filipino community, or, sa atin, bilang mga Pilipino. Vice ganda, di ba? All over the world, everybody copies her, and lahat pa ako, to name. Fanny Serrano, yung mga hairdressers natin, mga
Ricky Reyes, si James Cooper. Tama ba? O, di ba? Ang dami. As in, ang dami.
Sobra. And, let us love them. Ako sobrang enjoy ako sa company na.
Ano na lang natin, isa pa si Charisse Pempenko who brought, di ba, honor sa Philippines. She was recognized all over the world.
In LA. Nakita ko siya in person, and she'll be here again dito sa New York. Pero there are a lot of people in the LGBT community na hindi pa makapag-out, only because may ganun pang stigma na
meron pa rin, yes.
Natatakot pa rin sila whether
it's more of I think it's more of the fear of being accepted in the society, more so sa family circle of your family, friends, and diba, kaya nahihirapan pa rin sila mag-out.
Ano yan fear. It's one of their biggest fears na baka pag nag-out, mas lalo sila magkaroon ng problema. But, showing them love and welcoming them with open arms probably will make them, realize that being openly gay is, there's nothing wrong actually by
nothing at all.
I just would like to say hello to Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Isa sa mga ardent pride, nandiyan dyan, nanonood. Maraming
Hello,
maraming
Rachel.
salamat. Si Rona, and of course, my mother and father-in-law who's currently in Jensen right
Sa
now.
lahat po ng mga nandyan na nanonood, maraming po salamat sa pagtangkilik dito sa ating show dito sa Get Real TV right here on PHLV radio station.
Right. And nabalitaan ko kanina, mataas na naman daw ang COVID rate ng umaakit na naman daw diyan sa Metro Manila. Guys, please be safe. Although dito sa United States, people are not wearing their mask anymore, but please
I still wear mask. Do you?
Ako hindi na. Napapagod na ako 2 taon na akong nagmamask. But please do your due diligence. Wash your hands, eat proper, get enough sleep, drink your vitamins, and, keep your distance lang. Pero dito kasi nagbebeso-beso na Alam mo yung nagyayakapan na.
Ako ba, Sisi? Parang feeling, nagpunta ako sa store minsan. Alam ko na open na, we don't need to wear mask. I felt naked. Kasi parang feeling ko panty na siya ng mukha ko or ng
That's actually what happened in Japan nung nagkaroon ng SARS, di ba? They started wearing masks and it became a part of their lifestyle, wearing masks. Okay din naman. Pero if you don't, kagaya namin na palagi kaming nasa mga gigs and all, ang pangit naman na nakamask ka all over. Pero, still respect the people who are wearing and still respect people who are not wearing. Let's just keep, a certain distance para hindi naman.
Kung ayaw nyo na mahawa, then distance yourselves from those people, but it's a choice.
Or, get vaccinated. Keep yourself healthy. Yun lang naman ang pinaka doon, di ba?
Ako kasi, nasa clinic ako, so it's a requirement for us to wear mask at all times. So, even our patients, when they come in, we require them to wear masks. We don't allow them not to. Yeah.
Right. I hope, sabi nga nila, parang hindi na mawawala ang COVID. It's gonna be part of our lives. At meron naman yatang panibagong variant or strain na ano ba yun sinasabi nila, monkeypox? I don't know what that is.
Parang gano'n, sa Manila. I think that's what they were saying na kaya nagkaroon ng spike na naman sa Manila because there's a new variant that came. I'm not so sure. Natin yan? I-research natin yan.
Tayo at maraming salamat sa lahat. Shelene, do you want to thank a few people or do you want to greet a few people?
Oh yes, sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin dyan, palagi tayong tinatangkilik, pinapanood. Happy viewing po sa inyo lahat and maraming salamat sa suporta ninyo. Ayan.
Yes, ayan. It's been...
Meron ba dyan?
Maraming akong kailangan pasalamatan. Of course, I would like to say thank you to Miss Bella Owens for Bella Skins Collection. At ang aking protection, 'di ba? Palagi yan, hindi yan nawawala, ang aking V-Pro Air Scent and ang lahat ng mga essential oils and skincare regimen na pinapadala niya for me and H. Maraming salamat. Kaya nagbo-bloom ako every day. 'Di ba? And of course, Beauty Buffet NYC sa aking napakagandang microbladed na kilay.
Sana all!
And of course, if you are in LA or nandiyan dyan sa parte ng United States in Los Angeles, please don't forget to actually visit Beyond Image aesthetic spa, a medical spa, actually through the courtesy of Miss Josephine Basilio na nandiyan dyan. And bago tayo mag-closing, thank you Tito Nel Castelvi, Miss Sherry Castelvi, the whole Kabayan family, and of course Tita Metek, Sydney of D Haven. Dito isa sa the ultimate party place dito sa New York City. There's nothing quite like the space of The Haven. If you want to do ballroom dancing, you want to do karaoke nights, you want to see your favorite bands or your favorite artists perform, The Haven is the place to be. And if you want to get real good authentic food, Filipino food na napakasarap naman, of course, Kabayan restaurants, both in Woodside, Queens, and Queens Boulevard. Napakaraming branches, 6 branches and all over. And of course, Faith Quesada Magshine, maraming salamat. And of course, Chris Lobaco, And of course, Sydney, the producer of the Kamikaze concert. Don't forget to catch H for the US
Ayan,
tour
supportahan
of
mo natin si
Kamikaze.
H.
Let us support local artists at maraming salamat po sa lahat ng manonood.
Sisi, sana magpunta kayo dito sa Chicago para magkita tayo in August.
I think there is a Chicago leg for the Kamikaze, and I think we will be there with Casey Concepcion sa Chicago. So there are a lot of wonderful opportunities.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think nakita ko yung ads through one of my friends who lives in Chicago. So I'll find out. Kasi ang AGs papunta rin dito eh. So I think Kamikaze will come.
But thank God, we are celebrating the month of June with a bang. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nag-welcome kasi I was away in the community for quite some time. Mga 3 years I have not been very active. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga tumangkilik, and of course, thank you for the opportunity. Of course, Kusina, I'll just name all of them kasi baka mamaya magselo sila. Kusina, Woodside, Queens, ano pa ba?
Sa susunod, gumawa ka na ng listahan mo, Sisi, nang wala tayo makalimutan.
In New Jersey City, it's a new establishment. H will be there, of course, this Saturday, and so much more. Napakadaming mga events that's happening.
Abangan niyo po yan.
And of course, don't forget to actually support all our shows on PHLV Radio, from the travel show, talk show, early morning news. Maraming salamat pala kay Tita Feli for the mane and the coffee.
Yeah, Ma'am Feli, hello po sa inyo.
Yes, and of course, every Wednesday nights in Kabayan and Saturday, Woodside, Saturday 7 p.m. onwards, H Wednesday nights, and of course, pag Sabado, Saturday night. H Saturday, please don't forget to support, and we'll keep you posted of the schedule. Medyo marami na kahit kami na overwhelmed, hindi na namin alam. And of course, we're extending our hellos to Monarch Band and sa lahat ng mga nakaka-gig ng aking asawa. Napakaganda ng June.
More power to you. Good luck sa iyong career and endeavor. So sana mag-succeed at mag-flourish.
Of course, you'll see a different format of Get Real for the month of July. Sis will be meeting probably in the next couple of days when the schedule gets a little bit free up. So we'll have news, current affairs, music, entertainment, updates in the community. Panibagong naman on our 8th year. O, diba? Bilis naman. Maraming salamat. Of course, PHLV Radio. Please don't forget to download our app, PHLV Radio. On Google Play. Maraming salamat. And H Friday with My and H at the Haven.
Ayan, please support H.
Yeah. H, My Kind of Fridays. And thank you so much, Direct Johan. Of course, Tita Josie Harrison, shout out. And PHLVRadiowebsite.com, where you can listen to good music 24/7. It has been a very beautiful Tuesday evening here on Get Real TV on PHLV Radio with my co-host, Shirley. This is...
Bye, everyone. See you again next week.
Good night. Maraming salamat po. See you guys.
It's time to get real. Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real. We got it all right here. Time to get real. Better buckle up, get real, get set. It's time to get real. We got it all right here. Come on. Whoa. Whoa. Come on. Whoa.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV.